you doing?
I'm a friend. Who are you?
In an age when nature and magic rule the world, there is an extraordinary legend. The story of a warrior who communicates with animals, who fights sorcery and the unnatural. His name is Dar, last of his tribe. He is also called Beastmaster.
I'm not frightened of you.
You have no reason to be. Did you give that back?
You broke my spear.
I saved your life.
You saved the wolf's life. It stole my food.
She was only hungry.
It deserved to die.
You stole my weapon. Do you deserve to die?
Turn and go back the way you came. Otherwise, I'm gonna beat you.
My friend wouldn't like that.
What friend? Huh? Have him come out. I'll beat him as well.
He's right behind you.
I don't believe you. You lie.
Never. Turn slowly. Very slowly. Now, give me back my club. I promise you won't get angry.
How do I know I can trust you?
I already told you. I never lie. Thank you. His name is Rue. And you and he are alike. You're headstrong.
Are you gonna kill me?
No. The killing seems to be on your mind. Why?
Some friends of mine were taken prisoner by Terrans.
What were you doing close to Terrans?
Our tribe sent us out for the passing of the moon.
A rite of passage?
Yes.
What were you supposed to do?
Find a truth. One simple truth.
Where did the Terrans take your friends?
Well, I followed them to a camp near the Great Lake.
The camp isn't there anymore.
I saw it. From the cliffs. I couldn't get close, but I have a plan. See, I'm gonna capture a Terran warrior and trade him for my friend's freedom.
Follow me.
Why?
Because you need more than a plan. You need help.
I was told there were 3.
We're still searching for the other.
The Midlands. Slaves and thieves come from the Midlands.
We're not thieves.
You are what I say you are. What shall that be? Are you princes come from the Midlands to shower me with gifts? I don't see them. Great warriors dragged in by horses to destroy my camp. I think not. No. You are dead men. That's what you are. What shall it be? Tigers? Torture? Beheading?
until I decide.
I see you don't like the way I treat my enemies.
They're just boys. They've done nothing to harm you.
Boys grow into men. Every one of them from the Midlands is an enemy.
Then keep them. And let them work in your camp.
And feed them, guard them, house them. I wait for the day they kill one of my men. Their lives aren't worth it.
And your thirst for blood is? Any life is worth more than an unfair death at your hands.
Is it? How much more? Is your compassion for the value of life truly honest, or just a woman's foolishness?
All life should be cherished.
Noble thought. If you mean what you say, then save their lives. Wait for me inside the crystals. I'll show you I'm not horrible and cruel by letting them live.
I told you before, if you take me, you can never win my heart.
Not true, Kira. I'll have your heart. Well, those boys will die.
I'm glad he didn't hurt the wolf. They're like people. Individualistic, come from strong families, very loyal. They take one mate for life. Did you know that? Of course you knew that. Who am I talking to? Or are you even listening?
He said he saw the Terran camp from the cliff.
He's lucky he only took a peek.
But the camp's not there anymore. The sorceress made it disappear. And you and I saw her do it.
Maybe. Or maybe it was a trick.
Trick?
It's what sorcerers do. It's very simple. I'll show you. This is a Terran camp. Now you see it. You just watch very carefully. Where is it? Show me. A trick?
Then Kira could still be there.
I'm ready.
Don't look it.
Kill bears with less.
It must have been asleep.
And what have you killed? Anything?
Killing isn't the purpose. Defending yourself is.
I can defend myself. Against any man. Try me. I'm stronger than you think.
I'm sure you are, but your weapon's weak, and you need both.
I don't want to hurt you.
You won't. Needs to be stronger.
Kira, what are you doing?
I'm leaving.
What?
Tonight, after Kingzad comes to visit me.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna leave this place, and I'm never coming back. I want freedom.
Nice thoughts. But how? I'm not sure I understand.
Come with me, Nayom. I have a plan, We can go together. With luck, we'll find our way back to the Midlands.
You're serious.
More than you know.
Kira, this is madness.
Staying here is madness.
But even if you manage to leave the camp, the Terrans have patrols. They torture and kill any slaves who try to escape.
Which is better than what they do to the ones who stay.
Kira, please? I don't want to see you get hurt.
And wish me well.
I do. And I want to see you again.
We will. In this world or another.
That looks better.
Stronger than my last one.
Try it.
Did you make this?
My father helped me. They're called totems. They mean things about my tribe and myself.
And how does it...
With a twist. Go ahead.
For when you have to fight more than one?
It helps. Let's give your new spear a test. Hit it as hard as you can. I think it's a good one.
I've come to hear your decision. Do the prisoners live? Or do they die?
They should live.
Wise choice. I knew you would make it. I've ordered them released when I leave here. I thought that would please you.
It does.
But you don't smile.
I believe true happiness should be kept within. Protected.
For one so young, you offer thoughts beyond your years.
Thank you.
Yet, I know you fear me. Don't trust me. You can't hide that. You probably hate me. Doesn't matter. I think only about what will be. Not what is. Not what was. What? No, you.
Well, now, what are you looking for? I got just what you need. Oh!
The Beastmaster's eagle. Why was he here?
Sometime during the night. Something wrong? Did you two have a real fight?
No, it's Kira. She's escaped from the Terran camp.
How do you know that?
The wolf.
You need my help. I'm coming with you.
Want me to follow you?
Witch.
We've searched everywhere. She's gone.
Find her. Go to the sorceress. Take the beast. And if you value your own life, bring her back to me.
Alive.
It's nothing.
King Zad must be angry. I think it's an emotion he knows well. The beast will find. But when it does, take care. It kills its prey.
She's led by a wolf?
They're guiding her.
Same wolf that you...
No, not the same.
I don't understand. She's not a Beastmaster.
She's a Sula, and the wolves know it.
What? Terrans. They're looking for Kira. We better find her first.
Come on.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to waste any time fighting any of you.
She's over here.
Don't move, prisoner.
Why does this not surprise me?
Drop your weapon.
They're getting away! I need them to trade for my friends!
King Zed doesn't trade in flesh.
Terror is his only fortune.
Then I should have killed him and splattered his blood at King Zad's feet.
Only the weak kill other men.
Warriors kill, and it makes them great men.
Killing doesn't make a man anything. You go after that Terran, and you go alone.
You should come with us. A friend escaped from the same Terran camp. When we find her, we'll have knowledge that will help you. Take my advice. It's better to be out here with Dar than alone.
I understand.
I want the little witch to pay for what she's done. No! I want her to suffer for it. A misery greater than any could imagine. Make her skin burn, weave stakes into her hair, grow sores on her hands, and thorns on her breasts.
Middling tortures. Simple, really, but if you want to punish someone, make them suffer, you need to know what they value, and then take it away.
An excellent thought. She values the Beastmaster. Take him from her. Give me his death.
Perhaps. But the pain of death goes away with time, and it might not bring the enjoyment you want.
Well thought, sorceress. But there is something she would hate more than his death. She loves him. Make her love me.
Why bother with love?
Because it's the one thing she would never freely give, and it's the one thing that would make her suffer. Give me great pleasure.
The beast has her!
Big tracks. Could be a lion.
It's not from nature.
Then what?
It's traveling with Terrans, and it's picked up scent.
How can you tell that just from tracks?
It strides. You stop here, no longer there.
Ah, like it's looking for something. Dar.
It's Kira.
She's nearby.
What? What's wrong? You don't want me to follow you anymore? There's danger. All right.
The wolf's left Kira. The Terrans are close.
Something to kill. And we have no time.
How do you know this?
Sometimes he sees through the eyes of an eagle.
I thought it was a tiger.
That's a little different. Where is Kira?
She's found a village. I don't know the place.
What does it look like?
There are crofts and a tower. There's no people. There's no animals.
Cicada. I know it. My friends and I passed there.
Is it far?
No. But
But what?
it's no place for a woman.
Come on.
Head north.
So beautiful. Joyful little creatures. For nectar you live. All the sweetness of the flowers is the love you give.
Trifling again?
King Zad demanded a potion.
Yes, he wants to possess the heart of a woman. Even a wild animal like Zad craves love and affection.
Makes them so weak and pathetic.
Still, strength comes from the knowledge of weakness.
I thought you hated emotion.
Oh, it can be amusing in humans.
And not others.
No, others are different.
I don't understand these human emotions. They seem so childish, and yet there are times when I wish I could.
Believe me, not everything is worth being understood. Sometimes it's better not to know.
Well, that doesn't sound like you. You know everything.
True, it's such a burden. I knew a young sorceress who tasted human emotions. She fell in love. Another sorcerer stole her heart. They spent their days together, in each other's thoughts, in each other's arms, even in each other's beds.
And what happened to them?
Oh, they experienced everything. Love, hate, fear, jealousy, the entire rainbow of human emotions.
But I thought they were forbidden for others like us.
Oh, they are. And the punishment was most severe.
They were destroyed.
No better. He was condemned to immortality, given wings and put into the sky. There he lives with the full sad memory of his folly.
And the other?
The memory of her lover and her emotions were taken away. Gone forever. Like yesterday.
A harsh punishment.
But deserved, don't you think?
Come with a friend. Is there anyone there? Is someone here? coming! The Terran warriors! They're gonna kill us both if they find us! Let me go! 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 Let me go! Let me go! Go!
Did anyone see the woman? She can't be far.
He's a friend. Won't hurt you.
Oh no, we'll never hurt you again. I promise.
I missed you. I thought I'd never see you again.
I thought the same. Oh, now I never let you go. I want to be with you always like before.
Tao. Tao. He's a friend. He was also a prisoner at the Terran camp.
I remember you.
Yes. They were about to feed me to the tigers last time you saw me.
And you?
My name is Fenna.
Your markings.
You've seen them before.
Yes.
The Terrans took 2 of my friends. Are they still alive?
I'm sorry. King Zad promised them freedom. The only freedom he gave them was freedom from this life.
We have to hurry. And Tao will need these.
Why?
Well, it has something to do with great cats following scents and perceiving no danger so that we have all the advantages when we attack. At least that's the theory.
By the running water, quickly.
Nearly the same size. Nearly.
Stronger, like your spear.
Tell your king the one who got away will haunt him. For what he did to my friends.
was a good thing you did back there.
I wanted to, but I couldn't kill him.
If you did, then you'd be a prisoner. As long as you seek revenge against your enemies, then you're a prisoner of your own anger.
Tell Dar I thank him.
I will.
Tell him I found what I was supposed to be looking for. A simple truth.
And what was that?
You don't have to kill to be a man. Or a warrior.
I will tell him. Good luck to you.
Place here in the Midlands where we can live forever.
Where is it?
It's high up, where no danger can come.
I feel like my life is starting all over. It's as if I were asleep, and now I'm awake.
I love you. I'll go find Tao, then we'll go.
Teach me, Kira. Teach me about this emotion, love. It possesses humans, gives them strength, makes them weak at the same time. What is it?
Sleeping Beauty, waiting for the kiss of love to awaken her.
Beastmaster's beloved, as ordered by King Zan.
But you didn't plan to give her to him, did you?
What makes you think that?
I've warned you before about trifling with the emotions of humans. It's a dangerous game. Not for us.
Well, they don't fear it. Should I?
You have to be careful of emotions. They have a way of getting under your skin.